Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new edition of the Daily Debate. In tonight's show, we will be following up on the latest developments taking place within the Gaza conflict. Egypt has reiterated its position and full rejection of any military operations taking place in the southern Gaza city of Rafah. Also, Egypt welcomed the establishment and the opening of a maritime aid corridor into the Gaza Strip. We'll be following up on all the developments taking place there. But before we start doing that, let's check out a couple of the stories making the news today. And we'll start off with President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, who received a greeting cable marking the 10th of Ramadan from Minister of Defense and Military Production, General Mohammed Zaki. The minister said that the armed forces are stressing their strong persistence and belief of their task and the pride of the 10th of Ramadan victory. Speaker of the Senate, Abdul Wahab Abdel Razzaq, also greeted President el-Sisi, the armed forces and the Egyptian people marking the 10th of Ramadan. Minister of Interior, Major General Mahmoud Tawfiq, sent his greetings to President el-Sisi, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, marking the same occasion. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry asserted today that Egypt lends full support to the main United Nations aid agency, UNRWA. During a meeting in Cairo with the agency's chief, Philippe Lazzarini, Shoukry described the agency's role as indispensable for delivering aid to Palestinians, notably in the Gaza Strip. Shoukry also held a joint press conference with UNRWA chief Lazzarini. Addressing the press conference, the top diplomat reiterated that Egypt supports the work of UNRWA due to its vital role in offering aid to Gaza. He also noted that Egypt rejects stopping of funding to UNRWA and humanitarian aid must continue into the Gaza Strip. For his part, Lazzarini asserted that the crisis can be resolved and reversed through proper political will, and Gaza can be flooded with food through the crossings. He added that 150 installations of the agency were destroyed. These were a couple of the stories making the news today, but now turning our attention to tonight's topic. Let's check out this report regarding Egypt welcoming the opening of the maritime aid corridor into the Gaza Strip. Let's check it out and we'll be right back. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs welcomed the arrival of the first vessel carrying aid via an UC corridor to the Gaza Strip, stressing its support for all efforts to alleviate the suffering of the Palestinians. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ahmed Abu Zaid said in a statement that Egypt appreciates and welcomes every effort aimed at alleviating human suffering for the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. Early on Saturday, Open Arms, which set sail from Cyprus on Tuesday, towing a barge from the Spanish charity of the same name, offloaded 200 tons of food for Gazans threatened with famine after more than 5 months of an Israeli blockade on the war-torn strip. World Central Kitchen, a U.S. charity working with Open Arms, said it was readying another boat with supplies of beans, canned meat, flour, rice and dates in the Cypriot port of Larnaca, but stressed the need for more road access to bring aid into Gaza. Abu Zaid expressed appreciation for the international and regional parties that played a role in facilitating the arrival of aid through the sea corridor. He said Egypt is pressing ahead with efforts to ensure the delivery of urgent aid to Gaza through the Rafah crossing and via airdrops to alleviate the deteriorating humanitarian situation in the Strip. Meanwhile, the Egyptian Air Force, in cooperation with its counterpart from the United Arab Emirates, intensified its sorties from Al Arish Airport throughout the days of March 15th and 16th, 2024, to carry out airdrops of tons of food aid and urgent relief materials to the northern Gaza Strip. Egypt has been delivering aid via ground crossings to the 2.4 million Palestinians in Gaza under Israeli bombardment and blockade since October 7th. As of February, Egypt has provided 100,000 tons out of the 130,000 tons of humanitarian aid delivered to people in Gaza.